The graveyard shift at KMRX radio was usually quiet. Quiet enough that Marcus could hear the hum of the fluorescent lights, the soft wheeze of the air vents, and, on lonely nights, even his own pulse. Most callers were insomniacs seeking company or truckers killing time. But at 1:13 a.m. on a Tuesday, line 7 flickered. Then it rang. Marcus jolted. Line 7 never rang. That line wasn't even supposed to work. The switchboard technician had taped a note over it months ago that read, "Dead line, don't use." But the light blinked. He put on his on-air voice. "This is Night Pulse Radio. You're on the air." For a heartbeat there was only static, a soft, crackling hiss like someone breathing through broken lungs. Then a whisper. "Marcus, listen carefully. I don't have long." He froze. The caller said his name. And the voice sounded like his own, only older, hoarser, terrified. "Who is this?" Marcus tried to laugh, but it came out thin. "Great impression, but—" "It's me," the voice said, "from 2 hours ahead." Marcus leaned back in his chair. "Right, okay. Time travel. Got it." Static swelled, loud, sharp, desperate. "There's going to be a fire in the control room. You need to get out before 3:13. Marcus glanced at the clock. 1:14 a.m. 2 hours. "Look, whoever this is, I'm trying to save you." The whisper trembled. "I didn't listen. I laughed. And at 3:13 the lights went out. Smoke came through the vents. The door jammed." Marcus felt his stomach knot. Something in the voice, the cadence, the way the words clipped, felt unsettlingly familiar. "You'll hear a pop soon," the voice continued. "That's the fuse blowing. When it happens, leave. Don't finish the show." The line dissolved into crackling, then silence. Marcus sat there listening to his own shaky breathing. A prank? Maybe. But how did they match his voice? He reached for his coffee, hand trembling. Just nerves, he told himself. Just a long night. He finished his segment, played songs, read ads. At 2:06, while cueing a track, Marcus thought he heard something. A faint weeping deep under the static in his headphones. He pulled them off. The room was empty. At 2:49, the light above him flickered. At 2:57, he swore he smelled burning dust. When the clock hit 3:12, Marcus stood up, heart banging against his ribs. He grabbed his jacket and headed for the door. He wasn't going to wait to see if the caller had been right. His fingers brushed the handle. Pop. The studio went black. Every monitor snapped off at once. The emergency lights failed to come on. Marcus's breath hitched as he heard something inside the control panels sizzle like wet wires. He pushed the door. It didn't budge. Panic clawed at him. He shoved harder. The handle was hot. From behind him the speakers crackled to life with thick, heavy static, and then, under it, a whisper. "You waited too long." Marcus spun. The mic was still dead, but the static grew louder, no longer random, now rhythmic, almost like breathing. The room filled with heat. Smoke seeped from the rack of equipment. He hammered at the door. A voice came through the speakers again, his own, raw and trembling. "I tried to warn you." Flames licked up the wall behind the soundboard. Marcus screamed, throwing himself against the door. Metal groaned. The smoke thickened. The last thing he heard before the fire swallowed the studio was his own voice on line 7. "Maybe the next version of us will listen."